Hey everyone, have another unboxing for you. Today it's the VRX Racing RH1045SC. SC means short course truck, and this is the brushless version. This is one that I'm really excited for. I initially ordered the clear body, but shipping just kept getting delayed and delayed. Guess it's on major back order. So I canceled that one and I went ahead and picked up the colored one, and you'll see once I open this up. But the box did come in like this, no outer box, but a cool thing about VRX compared to ZD Racing is that their boxes are much more sturdy, and their products are a lot better packed, and they're not wobbling around in the box. We have a guest here. She decided to jump up and join the party. But this is taped. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that open and we'll pull off this lid. Just got the tape cut off, and I did lift it so I can pull it off with one hand, but this is the first time I'm opening it up. And here we go. Very clean, very nice. So I guess I ordered the one that was on the box, the white front, a red center, and blue back. I know that these do fit Traxxas Slash bodies. They share the wheelbase, so that's kind of cool to note. But this is a really cool body, and I'll show you guys why. But let's first open up the accessories box. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down. So yeah, VRX. When you do a search for it, you're gonna look for RH1045SC. If you do 1045, it's like a desert buggy instead, and that's cool if you guys like that. But this one's really cool, and again, that's because I love short course trucks and rally cars. But inside here, you get a antenna, a tube, and a bind plug. What's really cool too is that they do make a nitro version of this one. Also, that I'm really debating on because I am getting into nitro, which I said I wouldn't, but here I am. Yeah, let's open up this accessories box first. And my guess is it's going to be a Fly Sky GT2 transmitter, and yep, that's exactly what that is. And these are great, great budget receivers, but what I don't prefer about them is that they do use 8 AA batteries. So I'll swap this out with my multi GT3C that I combine multi receivers to. So here's the charger. It's the same that comes with the HSPs and ZD Racings. Good thing about, not the greatest charger, but the good thing I can appreciate about this is that it comes with a 2S and a 3S charge port. So, you know, for a budget charger, that's actually pretty cool. This was shipped from the US, but only comes with a Euro plug, so keep that in mind. But now on to the great part. So I'm gonna get the box shut, and I'll put this up so we can take a look at it, and I'll cut the zip ties on the bottom. But I do see a body clip in the box. Doesn't look like it fell off anywhere, so maybe it's an extra one. Lucky me. And I'll be right back. Have this thing set up so that we can take a closer look. Very nice. So I did cut the zip ties on the bottom, very well secured. 2 on the back, 1 in the front. But this thing looks awesome. Check out that stance. And that's what I'm really excited about. is that this short course truck has a solid rear axle. And if you guys know about and seen my other videos, you might recognize this guy, which is the FY08 short course truck, heavily upgraded. I did just throw on these wheels to see if I'll get less rollover, as that's one of the major issues with this guy. But one thing that I love about this truck is it is well scaled. This is a fairly hard plastic body around a plastic cage. If you've seen my removal, body removal video for this. So high quality body with cage, and also has a solid rear axle. So that gives it a little bit more of that scale. I can't say for how well it is for performance, but you know, it's something really cool and that I could appreciate on an RC. So the axle is zip tied to the cage, and that's also one very similar thing. So plastic body with interior and with a cage. So very cool. It's almost like a giant version of that FY08, which I'll put side by side, and we'll take a look. And while I open this up, something to note is the difference between this and the ZD Racing Thunder SC10 that you've seen me do videos on, which I really enjoy. So I haven't driven this. My first VRX was the Rattlesnake that I did an unboxing on. I love that thing, and that's why it opened me up to the VRXs. So they are larger than the HSPs, if you guys are familiar with those. And they're fairly about the same size and wheelbase as a ZD Racing and a Slash. So this is a true 110 scale to me. But I'm gonna go ahead and open this body up and take a look at this cage. Very cool. So the plastic's not the greatest, I hear, so I'm take it off. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably, yeah, another screw down here. So just a couple screws. I'm gonna take that off and kind of reinforce it with something to preserve it a little bit longer. But I'm actually very pleased. I'll probably spray paint it too, different color, or maybe I'll figure out how to mount another body onto here. But taking a look inside, one thing that I initially was kind of turned off about on the VRXs, it was that their brushless systems seemed a little underpowered spec wise, because they come with the 45 versus a 50 or even a 60 in their competitors, which come in the competitors. And I think their motors are 3650 3000 specs, 3000 kV spec, and will range from maybe 3000 to 33, but a little bit lower speed. But there's really nothing wrong with that, and it actually plays out better for controllability. I know that the battery pack is a little bit higher on this, which means it's a little bit higher CG. I can imagine that the handling on this might not be as good as the ZD Racing, but just already on the design and scaling, I think this is awesome, and I'm already excited. I know that they sell a metal chassis for this bottom piece that you can upgrade to. This actually is open. Yeah, that's the diff, center diff. But yeah, this really looks like a larger version of the FY08. And I'll put that, you guys can take a look. the drive shaft system, the solid rear axle. This does have the cantilever, the horizontal shocks on the front, versus the VRX that has uprights. But yeah, it's probably because this is larger and you could fit more in it. But I'm super excited. Check out the wheels. Soft, grippy tires, foamed. Very nice. Comes ready to run minus the 8 AA batteries for the transmitter. But this is a 2-cell 25C discharge, so low discharge but safe. 3300, which is a decent size for something like this, for runtime, for decent runtime, I should say. But I think the only thing I'll do is open up the diffs just to lube them up a little bit, because they tend to come dry from factory. And I will check, I'll check the oil, the shocks for oil, because those also sometimes don't come filled. But let me do a little quick drop. Yeah, there's a little bit of bounce to it, so I'll see if I could adjust that. But overall, I am very happy about this. This is a very cool RC. I'm excited to take it out. It's another shot of that interior and the body. And this came solid, which is rare. You'll notice no covering on the outer box. This is exactly how it was shipped over. Thank you for watching, and hope to get some running video up on this soon. And just so that you can get a look, there you go. There's the size difference of the two. So pretty noticeable, 112, 110. Yeah, very cool.